Alrighty, so hope everybody had a fantastic new year. We're going to be looking at all our stuff that we've received here for our new pop down there in Pocomoke, and we're going to be doing the same Arista 52 port 10 gig switch. We're going to run OSPF on this, and it's going to be identical pretty well to all our pops. We got the Ubiquiti 8 port OLT. This is a little bit different, as all our sites right now use the 4 port, but multiples. So we have 3 4 ports in one location. We did that because we wanted to standardize having the same item, or SKU at every pop, so that way if you go to a pop, you know it's a 4 port OLT. Doing it a little differently here for one real big reason, because it's what has actually come back to bite us a few times. I have 2 SFP uplink cages. So if I'm migrating customers off of one switch to another, like I'm doing at another site, that's an outage situation. But this, you can just get really fancy with your VLANs. Basically set your VLAN on the other, plug it into a switch. It's pretty straightforward. Well, we're going to open this guy up and see what it looks like, what it comes with, I guess. But this right here is what I'm really excited to see. This is the first one that we've got, and this is a XGS-PON filter. So we're going to have 8 ports that plug into our outside plant. We're going to have 8 ports that plug into our GPON OLT, and we're going to have 8 more ports that plug into our XGS OLT. And that is going to allow us to run GPON and XGS-PON. So 1310, 1490, 1330, 14, I don't remember what it is, but I'll look it up. On the same fiber plant. So let's see what this thing comes with and what it looks like. I'm trying to condense. I have a lot of equipment to take. Some rack mount ears, rack mount cage nuts. And let's look at this. Let's look at this joker. Hey now. Not as easy as you would expect, considering how light this thing is. So there is another filter that FS makes, but I really liked how tiny this one was. That's interesting, isn't it? So there's really not a whole lot to that. It doesn't weigh anything. I'd say it weighs less than 5 pounds. And we have our common, which is our common plant, 1 through 8. We've got our GPON 1 through 8. I almost want to open this up. And we have our XGS-PON. What I would expect to see inside here is PLC splitters that are really tuned in. 8, you probably have 16 PLC splitters and filters in there, just based on the weight. So that's one thing that's new here that we're going to be deploying, and I'm pretty excited about that. That happened. Okay, looks like my fire went out. For our switch, we were going to be running OSPF, and we will have DWDM coming in to this switch from our pop previous, and we're going to have DWDM coming out of the switch to our next pop, ultimately creating a ring. So it will be a ring at layer 3. Pretty happy about that too. It's not really giving us additional bandwidth or anything. We're still going to, this is a 10 gig ring that we're working on. the first POP has access to 30 gig. So it is expandable. We are going to be putting in a 16 port DWDM system at each one of these. So theoretically, each site can get multiplied by 16. Now this guy, super fancy packaging, you know? It's probably like $8 spent on just that package. So this is pretty much just a, you think about it, when I first got into doing these OLTs and stuff, really intimidating. But if you think about this, this guy is, all this is a 1,000 port switch. And if you think about it that way, it's a 1,000 port switch that requires a special device on the other side. It's a super easy way to think about it. I mean, it's a form factor type thing where you just can't get 1,000 ports in there. So every time you buy an OLT, it does come with one of the B+ optics. You should always install the B+ optics. The C+ are really not meant for, oh, here they are. So I went ahead and I bought 4, and I already have 4, so these are just the same exact thing that comes with it. That one busted open in the box. So, the other really cool thing about the 8-port OLT is it got 2 120 volt, 120 to 240 power supplies, whereas the 4-port OLT has a 120 volt power supply plus, which is weird, a 19 volt DC barrel jack. So what I did was I went ahead and I bought 19 volt DC barrel jacks, and I put those at every OLT site on a separate power circuit. This guy, it's already a little, oh no, look how, that's some gangster shady stuff, isn't it? I gotta buy another power supply. Oh man. Well, I gotta go back and look at how much that probably cost. That's stupid. Really not a whole lot to it. That makes me frustrated. So that is not a plus. Theoretically. It's not better. Man, that didn't sound good, did it? Let's go do that one more time. I don't know. I guess it's just a hard push. So you got all these cool things that comes with. Actually, it doesn't really come with anything cool. It's just this really cool graphic. But I'm really disappointed now. The 4-port OLT is maybe slightly better because it comes with a second power supply built in. I don't know, 20 pounds or so. Not much to it. And just like you would expect, you got your 8 PONs, and we've got our 2 SFP cages. Pretty cool. So I'm thinking my rack is going to look something flip-flopped of that. I'm going to put my switch up top. We're going to be using 2 of these 10 gig DAC cables, and we'll be feeding this OLT that way. Now there are 10 apartments inside the building that our POP is in. So there's 9 apartments in a business. Plus, I'd like to have just regular Wi-Fi when I'm there, if I'm there. So that would be 11. And if the city wants to put cameras on the building or whatever. But this is just a rack mount PLC splitter. And there's really not a lot to this. This thing weighs, I don't even know. It weighs half of what this guy weighs. And this is just a GPON splitter. So I basically just have my 9 apartments, the 10th business, which could potentially be 2 businesses the way it's cut out. 1 for me. I got 4 extra, and this is just a house style setup. So one of my also comes with some bolts. One of my when I come out of my PON number 1, it hits a 4-port version of this right in the pop, which one of those ports feeds this. And then I like putting the 4-port switch in the pop because the way we're building, it really does make a lot more sense. And it's on the other side of the room, so I just got a 30-foot, 20-foot cable or whatever. So this is all the stuff that we're going to be installing together, I guess, probably next week, the way it's looking. So we can go see how it's changed up there quite a bit. We have, lots changed up there. So pretty exciting stuff. And I can kind of go through at that time, maybe setting some of this stuff up. But yeah, I hope everybody's having a good new year. I think my fire's died, but I'm gonna try to clean all of my mess up here, and I guess get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna be putting in a 4-way splitter. No splice involved. It's a customer that's just got another customer upstairs. So, but anyway, everybody have a great start to your new year, and just try to make it happen, you know. Until next time.